Welcome to the CFG Game Cast, episode number 230, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers that like to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on the weekends and release it on all podcast services, so do us a favor and show us some love by liking, following, subscribing, and commenting on our YouTube page, the CFG channel, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today, I got Lex in the second seat that just now got recruited to Starfleet Academy. What is going on, my cyborg?
Thank you. I don't know which hand it is.
I don't think they salute anymore. They don't salute. It's usually your right. It's your right hand. It's your right hand. Well, a normal salute's your right hand. Your left hand, you might as well just say F off at that point.
That was hello.
Yeah, hello.
That's a scout. Hi. That's a scout salute. The two fingers and stuff. Yeah, come on. Yes. All right.
Hi, guys. Yes, I am leaving you all because I got recruited. Sorry. I am going to Starfleet Medical, and I will never see you all again. Goodbye.
All that matters is that you just don't become Wesley Crusher. That's all I ask.
No. It took me a hot minute to decide which color I was going to go into, but Medical seemed to be the winner. I like her. She's custom fitted, and I'm very excited to have a new Starfleet jacket. I need to get some slacks though. But yeah, I went to the convention. I didn't post pictures except on my socials. So if you saw my socials, then you know. But I got to meet Christopher Lloyd, Michael Dorn, Marina, Deanna Troy. Who else? I got to meet a lot of people. Ensign Harry Kim. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I should have sent Davis all the photos so he could show. But yeah, it was great. I had such a good time. I loved it. I watched the panels on Sunday. Snake Eyes was there.
Oh, Snake Eyes was there? What?
Snake Eyes? He's everywhere.
Snake Eyes is everywhere, dude.
Snake Eyes, are you trying to take the place of Troll? Because that ain't going to happen.
Dude,
oh man,
everywhere. No joke. He texted me. He goes, "Are you here?" And I was like, "Yes." How do you know?
Oh, you know what? This is perfect. Snake Eyes, if you're definitely a Trekkie, which is better to you, Deep Space Nine or Next Generation? Okay, so you'll have to go immediately. Go. Okay, continue, Lex. Let's find out so we can make sure it's whichever one's officially 2-1.
Stewart was Enterprise. Right?
Okay, well, Smitty's opinion does not count.
It's not. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I did watch Enterprise and Deep Space Nine and original.
I did not watch Enterprise.
Wait, are you talking about Scott Bakula Enterprise? Or
no.
He's talking Next Gen.
Oh, Next Gen. Okay.
No. I'm talking about what was the one with Stewart?
That was Next Generation.
And then Picard, depending on.
And then. Well, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Next Generation. Then you got Black. Then you had bald. Well, then you had Cisco with hair. Then you had bald Cisco.
Deep Space Nine. I watched that too.
Yeah. Okay.
Voyager.
Yeah, and then there's Voyager, which a lot of people did skip. Which I would
not watch.
Yeah,
Voyager.
but I would suggest to watch. I only watched the first season so far, but I do like it. Yeah, I've only been watching TNG, but I haven't seen Deep Space. You know what? Until he sees Deep Space Nine, then we'll see. We'll circle back. So we'll see about that.
I like Deep Space Nine.
Stargate is good too. Dude. Yeah.
Peer pressure.
I'm glad you finished it. It's so good. It's Strange New Worlds is so good. If you have never been able to get into the Star Trek universe, my suggestion: start with Strange New Worlds. It's technically a prequel, so you're not missing anything from the original series on. And oh my god, is it so good? It's so
they
good.
just need to be doing.
I got Aunt Lori into it. She went to the Star Trek convention with us. She's like, I've watched, but like nothing ever piqued my interest. It was like, you have to start with Strange New Worlds. She texted me all weekend. We made a whole Star Trek chat for like me, her husband, and Adam, and we were just like, "Isn't it so good? It's so good." But yeah, it was great. I watched the Strange New World panels. I cried a little, a lot. Shut up. But yeah, after I met Deanna Troy, I cried into Adam's arms, and Adam saw the actor who played Cisco's son, Jake.
Oh yeah.
He got so teary-eyed. He turned and looked at me and
Why?
pointed. It was like him seeing a childhood person from his childhood, I think.
Yeah.
Like that connection just hit. Yeah. And he was like, I didn't know I had these feelings. Oh my God. I was like, oh.
I just saw this, like, was he just around the convention just crying? What was he doing? Like, wait.
No, it was just Jake that made him tear up. I cried around the convention. Shut up.
Yeah.
I was good about it. I have my big old glasses up, so
I just didn't. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, you like. I know the one that kind of probably hit was because I knew the actor who played his best friend died like a while ago, and that really hit. I do remember that. Yeah. But
that hit hard. We weren't expecting that emotion either. But when he saw Jake, he got teary-eyed and turned and just used me to block his face. He was like,
"Oh, that's cool.
I'm having feelings." I was like, "Do you want to go meet him?" He goes, I don't think I can. I said, "There's no line. We can." He's like, "No, I don't think I can meet him." I was like, "Okay, well, we can walk around and circle back." He was like, "Okay." And then when we circled back, he like deviated. He was like, "I can't meet him. I'll cry."
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you meant the guy who played as Cisco's son was crying. Like,
no,
that's
Adam.
what I was like. Okay,
Adam. Weird.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I got confused. I'm like, why was he crying?
No.
I was like, what?
Just going around and crying?
That's what I was thinking. I was
Now
like,
it
what
all
are we
makes
doing?
sense.
Yeah, I was like, what? Okay. Then yes, that makes sense.
And had a weird interaction with the man who plays Ensign Harry Kim. He made some comments to me that seemed like he knew who I was. And I was like, there's no way. But he asked me, "Where's your dog?"
Oh, weird.
He said, "Are you not working media this weekend?"
Interesting.
That's kind of creepy. No way. Okay.
And he said something that I thought, okay. And something about the cats. And I was like, "Oh yeah, we got 2 new cats." He goes, "That's right. What are their names again?" And I'm like, shut the fuck up. This is a joke. Like someone in our group talked to him, gave him this info, and then now he's relaying it to me. There's no way. But Adam saw him and went, "Oh," and then I'm standing behind Adam and I went, and he points to us and goes, "Yes, I am Harry Kim." And it was just a great interaction. We walked over. He lives here. He had 3 young girls working the booth with him. So Adam, his thought was maybe one of them is into Twitch and watches streams and knows the local people and like gave him a rundown. I was like, yeah, but
went to Evo or something.
You're going to be there,
right? I was like, I've only worked media for Davis one time, but he asked if I was working media this weekend. And I was like, no, I only came today. I didn't even think about it. I could have gotten all the days. He goes, "Oh, you should have. It's been great." But yeah, anyway, I couldn't believe it. I thought there's no way Adam's overhearing this. No, he did, because he's relayed this story to like 4 different people. So I'm not crazy.
Maybe he competed in the Street Fighter 3 tournament at Evo and then saw like your giant red head and it's like, oh, okay.
It was so crazy. But yeah, that's awesome. It was great. I had an awesome weekend.
Awesome.
And yeah.
She met
Lori, Star Trek.
Yeah, she met Christopher Lloyd too, by the way.
I did.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was
awesome.
That's crazy. I was like, wow, that's the one person I really, besides I want to meet the actor who played Cisco, but like
he was there.
That dude doesn't. Yeah, that dude doesn't do a lot of outing events like that though either. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know why. He's like, if he's too good for us or something. I don't know. But anyways, but you know what? You know what, Lex?
I'm so beautiful. I know. Yes, but
do you know who finally came back from his U.S. tour and is actually finally relaxing and to come and do the freaking show to us?
I do. Also, he will never get into Starfleet Academy and learn engineering. His name is
the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Chilling, like you alluded to. There's been a lot of travel in the last consistent time I was here was right before Evo. No, that's not true. I did last weekend or whenever, because we got back and we got back in time to be able to do the show. So it wasn't as long as it seemed, but it was great though. We got up to New York, did our family thing and whatnot. Never flying Spirit again. I have to remind myself that
you got to tell Spirit. You got to tell your story about that. You actually got to tell two stories about that. You got to tell about that and then your restaurant experience. That is hilarious to me.
I haven't heard that.
That was crazy too.
Yeah, so those two go. You're on the clock on that one.
Yeah. So on the way to New York, we took American Airlines. It was all good. The way back though was booked with Spirit, and I should have known right there from the get-go because I've said before I will never book Spirit again. But this is the deal. This is the time, and it was 4 of us traveling, so it was pricey. So whatever. We're having a great time. We do this stuff. We're coming back on Saturdays when we're supposed to get back. We end up spending 2 hours on the tarmac when storms start hitting in New York, which at Coney Island is when the storms actually started the day before. That's another story. Me getting, because sand gets in with the rain. It got in my eye, it fucked up my contact. That was a whole thing. That was right when we got at Coney Island. I was like, one, I can't lose this or I won't be able to see ish the whole night. And we found the first aid people and they helped us out. It was huge.
Wow. I know that.
Yeah, but so we're on a tarmac. Pilot's like, we don't know that they've rerouted everything here. We're going to try to get back to the gate. So they finally take us back to the gate. We have to spend another 3 hours of them being like, well, we don't know what's going on with the flights right now, blah, 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 blah. They end up canceling the flight until 8 a.m. They say, don't worry, you're rebooked, this and that. You can go see the agent. So I was like, well, because we were supposed to have a connecting flight in Pittsburgh back here to Vegas. So it's like, well, let me ask them about that and see, because the dude was like, you can get it sorted out in Pittsburgh. And I was like, let me just talk to an agent. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just talk to an agent just to double check. They're waiting in line. We finally get up there and she's going through and she's like, well, the next flight we can get you on is Tuesday. And I'm like, well, there's 8 a.m. that's going tomorrow. And they're like, well, you guys weren't rebooked on it. It's full. I'm like, what? Excuse me? Why? You're telling me that you guys canceled our flight and then would not rebook us on the next available flight? What are you saying to me? Dude, I got mad. I don't get mad at people.
It's called common courtesy at that point. It's like, are you serious? It's like it was not your fault that you lost your flight. That's so weird.
What? That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
So they didn't even rebook us on the next flight. And I'm like, we can't get out till they're saying Tuesday. So I'm like, you know what? Give me my money back. So we get a refund, which of course doesn't come until 1 to 3 days. In the meantime, we have to book another flight to be able to get back home. So we found something for Monday. So we had 2 extra days there. We had that, or not 2 extra. I'm sorry. Well, technically,
yeah,
because we're supposed to leave Saturday. We had Sunday, and then we were leaving Monday. So we were able to go down into the city. Our eldest wanted to go down and have that kind of a New York experience. And Scorp Kitty knew about from Phil Hates Gluten, this YouTuber, and there's a place called Sensa Gluten there, all gluten-free restaurants. So we're going down there. And we sit down. It's storming, mind you. It's storming again. Oh, no. I know we got no umbrellas, nothing.
Wow, man, y'all must have been okay.
Yeah. So we got into the place and we sit down and whatnot, getting settled in. And the waiter comes over and is like, all right, so we only accept cash or American Express. And of course, that's the day that Scorp Kitty and I decide we're only going to take our phones down because we don't want to be walking around with our wallets and cards and stuff like that. So we're just like, shit. You could clearly see the disappointment on her face. So I'm like, well, let me go downstairs real quick. There's an ATM. Let me see if maybe they have like a cardless way of doing it.
Right.
I didn't hold my breath. I come back up and the waiter comes over. He's like, hey, I spoke to the owner and we don't want to send you guys out in the weather and stuff like that. So what you could do is we'll give you your number and you can sell the money to her. And I was like,
nice.
that would be huge.
Yeah.
So they completely accommodated. She was there. She was physically there too. So I was able to physically thank her. The food was absolutely amazing. Some of the best calamari I've ever had. We get the one thing. We get lasagna and they have fresh basil. Aslan picks off the basil and it's like, oh my gosh. And you look at the lasagna and there is a worm.
Yeah, a live worm.
No.
Cat thinks that they didn't wash the basil off.
Right.
And it was probably on the basil.
Oh,
So
no.
we let them know. They apologized profusely. I'm pretty sure because she also got, because one of her favorite desserts is tiramisu. And it was great. She literally was at the brink of crying.
Oh, I bet.
Because, just us not having to worry about, did somebody touch this? We can't touch that, this and that. Like everything in there was gluten-free. It was absolutely delicious. It's pricey. It's a pricey spot, but definitely worth it.
I think a rule of thumb is the fact that if they only accept American Express and money, then I think that it's already going to be kind of like a ritzy spot. Yeah. See, Snake Eyes says extra protein. Not true. Pretty true.
Exactly. A little extra protein. So they ended up switching it out. We got the stuff.
Trinetta LaRue says, as a chef, I'm flipping out inside. I bet. I definitely bet. You know what's funny? I told my sister about that, and she's like, "How do y'all not leave?" And I'm like, "It's the opportunity to go to a place that's like not carb free, but gluten free. Not needing to worry about it. I guess take the chance.
Yeah,
but still.
It meant a lot. And I know there's other gluten free spots around that area, but this was the specific restaurant that she chose.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, dude, we got to make, this happen. So, and absolutely any other time, like, you're like, what the fuck is this? See, there's a worm in my
right.
Oh, God. We were just happy counting the blessings that we got. So,
Aslan saved the day.
Man, what a day.
Just to mention, Aslan was acting like an asshole there.
Oh, no.
And like the place is tight, like it ain't very big. So like the girl Lincoln's knocking over freaking forks.
Oh God, Aslan, come on, jeez, man, that's crazy.
Like, get your shit together.
Oh my God!
Wash the herbs. I know.
Wash the herbs. Yeah. That's the rule of thumb.
Somebody definitely biffed it.
Yeah. But that's good. But, I mean, that day just sounded very stressful, and it just is like really, of course, to add the cherry on top of that. But at least, like I said, but the good news is that
we also went to the Museum of Illusion, and that was a great time.
See, that was good.
That was a great time.
See, that's awesome. I mean,
overall, it worked out. We didn't get back home till Tuesday. Because our other flight in
Pittsburgh,
Ohio. Got delayed by like 2 hours. So we didn't leave there until like midnight, and then we didn't eventually get back home till 2 a.m. The kicker is that Squirt Kitty had to be to work at 8 a.m. the next day. So she literally got like 4 hours of sleep. She had to be up at like 6:30.
This is the last time.
I will handle everything tomorrow so you can get some rest. The girls and I slept in.
Moral of the story: don't fly cricket. Don't fly. I was going to say cricket. Don't fly Spirit. Don't fly Spirit. Jesus.
And if you can, the other one was Frontier.
And Frontier.
But that was because, Spirit, nah, dude. Every time I'm flying Spirit,
something happens.
Dumbest shit that could possibly happen flying wise
always happens. It's so bad.
It's
my God. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Bring you tequila if you got a worm.
Oh my God.
I like how big their aisles are and stuff. It definitely feels not as cramped as like a Spirit flight. Although we did get on. Yeah, it definitely felt more roomy. But it is bare minimum. Like, you can't even get a water. Like, you gotta pay money for water.
Is Frontier the better budget airline? You know what? The way I would like to put this in an analogy, it's like when you play Monopoly and then you had the choice of either Baltic Avenue or Mediterranean. It's the same thing. I mean, it really is the same thing.
There's little differences here and there, but it's basically the same thing.
There's really no difference between the two of them.
I feel like Spirit flights are always getting delayed and stuff.
Yeah,
like Allegiant.
Oh, Allegiant doesn't exist anymore because of that nonsense. So
Allegiant doesn't exist.
They got bought out by another company.
What?
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, they got bought out by a different company.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I don't know the company.
You get what you don't pay for. Exactly.
I like Southwest. I'm a big Southwest girl.
I like Southwest as well. I don't like small jets either, dude. I feel like those are the ones that are the most susceptible to go down. I had a friend's daughter that died in a plane crash going to Arizona.
I don't mind. I don't mind jetliners that are small, but I do mind prop planes like propeller planes.
Oh, hell no!
That's the one.
Tiny, like seats.
Well, no, any prop plane, like you can get bigger sized prop planes, but then I just don't trust. I don't know what it is. I just do not trust it as much as I like jetliners. So yeah.
Would you guys see those videos? That video?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. We don't have to talk about that. That was crazy. Yeah. We'll talk about that later. But I know we've been kind of going into it. But as for me though, sorry, getting into it. As for me, I have been playing the beta for 2XKO for the past 3 days now, and I like the game, but I have thoughts about it, man. But like the biggest issue, I think, is the damage, because the one thing, especially when you're playing in a fighting game, is is that you're wanting to have chance and opportunity. But this game, you can 100% a person in one hit. After one hit, which is crazy. So like you get 100% combos in this, and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that this is a beta or an alpha. Excuse me, that this is an alpha, so they're going to probably do balances and stuff like that later on. But like how it is now, it's just that I don't think that it's a beautiful game, and it's really one of the rarest games I've seen that runs at 120 frames per second. For a fighting game, the run at 120 is insane. So I was like, yeah, so I'll definitely love it. Netcode is great because it's the guy who did it was the creator of Rollback Netcode is a part of this project. It's been pretty fun. So yeah. So then that's mostly my whole weekend for the most part. Oh, that, and I've been trying to finish up some of the Trails series so I can get into Trails Through Daybreak. So yeah, so I don't have as much of an exciting stories between Lex and Smitty though, especially Smitty. My God, but I know that we don't want to talk about my weekend or Lex's acceptance to Starfleet Academy and Smitty's adventures with Spirit Airlines. So let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic of discussion in the world of video games through the previous week. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry. And we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners on Twitch, YouTube, and on Kick, to be a part of the conversation as always. So if there is something that you're wanting to add, by all means, chime in. We would love to talk and discuss with you, and we will go from there. Excuse me. Wow, I don't know. I need more water, I guess. But anyways, I'll start it off since I don't think I told y'all the order. So I'll start it off. And I'm wanting to talk about an announcement, not necessarily an announcement, but they've been really kind of looking into it. And this, mind you, this is a rumor, but then I think it was a good topic to kind of just go into to see the landscape of this. Apparently there's been rumors that's been spiraling with Warner Brothers because, as you know, Warner Brothers got bought out by Discovery, and now it's become Warner Brothers Discovery. And on an outside opinion, like Discovery is really tanking the Warner Brothers name, in my opinion. Like with like everything that they've been doing, the movies that were completed, but they decided to shelf them because that they wanted to quote unquote make them a tax write off and stuff like that, as well as they're just hemorrhaging money. They've just been hemorrhaging money ever since this buyout, and so they're trying to do things to try to stop the bleeding or try to get a profit out of all this, but they're just doing. It just feels like they're just throwing flies on the wall just to see whatever sticks, and then and then go with it from there, But now Warner Brothers could be interested in selling its video game business as a whole. So that would be a big deal if they did. Now, like I said, mind you, this is a rumor about on what they could do. So we don't know officially. If they do, that's companies like Rocksteady, who made the Arkham series and the greatest game on earth, Suicide Squad. Then you got NetherRealm Studios with Mortal Kombat. The Mortal Kombat series has been forever. You got Monolith Studios, WB Games Montreal. Telltale or Telltale, I can't remember. Telltale Games, I can never remember the name of it.
Telltale.
Is it Telltale? Well, I don't know if that was a WB entity though, because I didn't know they still existed.
I don't know.
But anyways, they're the people that do the Lego video games. That's what the TT games are. They usually do. So I'm gonna read a little bit of an insert from Game Rant. Trying to find the person who did it. Here we go. Zachary DiMaggio. Yeah, I don't think it is Telltale. I'm pretty sure it isn't. I can't remember the name of it.
Traveler's Tales.
Traveler's Tale. There you go. Yeah, because Telltale's not there anymore.
Yeah, Telltale.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So recent rumors have implied that Warner Brothers may be looking to sell into selling a large stake in its video game business as part of a company-wide division of financial debts and an attempt to increase its share price. While nothing is confirmed as yet, Warner Brothers has faced significant turmoil in recent years as a result of various financial shortcomings on both the film and video game fronts. Warner Brothers has been a major player in the gaming industry for a long time. Having acquired Traveler's Tales, the developer behind the popular Lego games in 2007, as well as Batman, Arkham Studio, Rocksteady, and is also the owner of NetherRealm Studios, the Mortal Kombat series, and Injustice. Don't forget, they just bought the studio. I believe it's Second Dinner, who did Multiverses as well, just very recently, like a month ago. So yeah, so they're doing it now. Here's the thing though, and this is the thing, I'm happy and yet I'm worried at the same time if they do this, because of one reason. Warner Brothers has said that if they wanted to, what they would do with their IPs, because don't get me wrong, Warner Brothers has a huge list of IPs, like a ridiculous amount of IPs to choose from under their name and their title name. So like, I mean, like Harry Potter and stuff would be because that's the same studio that I think it's Monolith that made that game. Yeah. So the new Harry Potter game and stuff like that. So the problem is, game companies that are known to make these said games are not going to be they're going to keep the IPs. They'd franchise the IPs out, and then they're going to just basically let these companies, like, go. Let's say they sell NetherRealm Studios to another company. They can't make a Mortal Kombat. NetherRealm only made Mortal Kombat. And for their history, for the past 35 years, they have made only one or two games, Mortal Kombat and Injustice, amongst men. And they're definitely not going to do Injustice. They're not going to keep their DC rights. So I don't know if this is going to be a good thing, or if that would be a death of the company, of a studio if they did, or like what would be the strength or the powerhouse over a reason, let alone a reason to buy as a outside source to say, yeah, we're interested, we're going to do this. Yeah, why buy the studio at that point? So I know, right? But like, yeah, but it's just, yeah. So I kind of was like wondering, like, theoretically, like, would this be a good move to you if they decided to say, hey, they could essentially say no more WB games, we're going to start franchising them out and just sell away our studios, or do you think they should do better or get good at whatever the hell they're trying to do now, and try to have games that they know. Like, I think the one that really gets me is Suicide Squad. Rocksteady has been making bangers forever, and then they made they made Suicide Squad. It's like, oh god, it's such the game as a service and stuff, and then it just shows how bad, like, you know, that pivot for them was, and it just did not hang. So, but anyways, I digress. I just want to get y'all's opinions on that. What do y'all think?
My only thought is the only way to, like, again, if I'm buying out Warner Bros., their gaming division, I want the IPs. What's the point if I'm not going to get the IPs? So my thought would be a merger. Other than that, I don't feel like it holds enough value in outright selling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're losing the IPs. There's no point. I don't know.
No, I mean, like, I see what you're saying, but here's the thing, though. Like, yeah, and I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I think, like, most of these studios are known to do one thing or two things in their time. Now, I think it's possible, like Rocksteady, but Rocksteady now is a shell of what it once was back in, like, you know, 2012, when it was like they were just rolling with, like, just creativity and stuff. But Rocksteady, because they're known to make something like that, to make a different kind of game, it's possible that I think they would be able to somewhat survive. They would definitely be a shell of what they once was, like, kind of becoming of what Bungie is now, you know, like, they're just slowly dissolving into, like, the merger with SIE, you know, although Mr. Seven Figures did say Valve should buy it. If does Valve make games though? Valve doesn't really make games that much. They only make, I mean, they made Alex, and then they made, like, you know, I don't know if they really need to make games. They just get fistful of dollars with all the games that come in onto their platform.
Well, so Valve, Half-Life.
Yeah, but Half-Life was What? yeah, years ago.
Left 4 Dead.
Huh? That wasn't them.
Yeah, it was.
Half-Life.
Games.
Left 4 Dead was Valve.
Mm-hmm. Portal 2, Episode 2, Half-Life 2, Counter-Strike.
I mean, they're still older than 10 years. It's been
Half-Life 2K, Ricochet. Yeah, I mean, Gary's Mod. That's 18 years old. Shut up.
Yeah, yeah, they're all old. The only one.
6 years ago was Left 4 Dead.
Huh?
Okay.
I'm just saying that, like, the most recent game that they made was Alex. Unless they're wanting to put some money in on, you know, developer side, which I doubt that they do, because why would they? I mean, they got the number one, just like, you know, like Epic is basically swimming in money because of Fortnite, but there's no reason for them to. So Smitty, what do you think?
I mean, I can see them licensing some of that stuff out instead of them putting their own money in to develop a game. I think they'll hang on to the Harry Potters, the Mortal Kombats, because, like, all that stuff is making them money, right?
Man,
but
I don't know.
A lot.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't know if, like, I'm sorry, but, like, I don't know that. Can you imagine Mortal Kombat being made by someone else that's not NetherRealm?
That'd be weird. It wouldn't be Mortal Kombat.
Exactly. That's what it would be. That's what it could be, you know? I mean, like yeah,
I mean, really, it comes down to the suits and the shareholders. If they need to, you know, I don't know. Again, I don't know how, like, what percentage WB Games makes up of WBs and how much that revenue or lack thereof really impacts the company as a whole. I think that's part of the conversation that I'd need to be able to, you know a little more about, to be able to have a legit educated guess on whether they would do something like that or not. I think, you know, again, they went from literally having a banger in Harry Potter to having the worst year in forever. They went from one side of the spectrum to the opposite. And if anything, to me, that should tell them maybe we shouldn't do live service games, especially with teams that don't make live service games. But obviously, they're going to try to make things right by the shareholders. So some things I think will be on the chopping block. I don't think they would completely dissolve the company as a whole. It sounds more like, to me, they're looking for, selling, or not selling off, but like selling shares, I guess, in Warner Brothers games, and looking for a company that wouldn't be the, what's the word I'm looking for? The majority shareholder, more of a minority shareholder.
I mean, like, if in that case, like, like kind of like a split the bill kind of situation, like, put that kind of deal, that would make more sense if they did something like that. But like, just like, well, and this is just by my own thing, that this isn't official in any way, but just by observation, I would say this: I think Harry Potter is really the overall outlier of all of it, because Harry Potter it grossed in $1 billion. Just the game grossed in over $1 billion for them. So, but prior to that, I think the problem is that they've gotten so many losses like throughout that time towards that it didn't seem like it was a big, achievement, because everything that they've done so far besides Harry Potter, or even prior to it, I mean, the Lego games are going to sell, but they're not like, must be or must have big sellers kind of situations. It's going to come, it's going to go. And then there you go. But like Rocksteady, I think the biggest loss that they're going to have is Suicide Squad. I mean, Suicide Squad we shouldn't probably not see the end. Suicide Squad should be closing its servers by the end of the year, unfortunately, towards that. But like that one was just like, didn't even make any sense. Like, how you had that feeling about Borderlands the movie? That's what Suicide Squad was, essentially, for the same thing.
We all knew it. We all knew it too. That was the crazy part. Exactly. It was like Rocksteady didn't even want to do it.
Yeah.
That's what we said when we were talking about it the last time. It seemed like, really,
it looked bad. Yeah.
Like they were teens. Like, I have to do this project, but I don't want to do this project.
Yeah. So like. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what game that Monolith made, because WB Games Montreal is the one that made Harry Potter, but I'm trying to remember what Monolith made itself. Yes, but can you imagine, like that's just it. Like, I just don't know if I would trust. Like the only star powered company would be NetherRealm, but the real question is, NetherRealm wouldn't be a proven company, because all they've made was these two different IPs for this whole business. That's what I find very questionable, and I don't know if they have any level of strength. Like, and even if they did sell it, how much would they sell it for? Because you're not going to see it to a level like how Activision sold, or these kind of levels. I mean, this is going to be relatively, it's a lot of money still, but it's going to be relatively a lot lower than what all these other studios are, unless they like bundled it up together or whatnot. But
the big things that Monolith has done have been the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, which uses what's that system they use? Which is fantastic.
Problem is
that's proprietary to them.
It's copyrighted. It's copyrighted to EA.
Yeah.
So so you can't use it.
Which sucks. And they did Fear and Fear 2. They've done a bunch of other games. But those are some of the more notables. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, they may be. I mean, they seem like that would also be a very sound studio too. But like, I don't know if you. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what they're going to. So basically, Monolith was the ones that did the Lord of the Ring games, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. So that would make sense. Yeah. So
not the newest one though.
Oh no, it's not. No, that was that one was a mistake. Let's just say it how it is. That one was a mistake. Yes. So, but overall, it sucks. It sucks to see. Like, I hope we see like what a good resolution if they do sell. I want to see them. I want to see Rocksteady, most of these studios to be like, well, not most, but all the studios to be successful towards it. Because the last thing is we want to hear more bad news of layoffs and just like and stuff like that. Because that's the natural next step. So yeah. But yeah. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, it's terrible. But Smitty. What are you bringing to the table? Yeah.
Me next. All right. So we're going to, and there's some news about Escape from Tarkov. If you're not familiar with the game, it's like a hardcore, what's the word I'm looking for? Not arena, like extraction. Game. Pretty hardcore. I've never personally played it. I don't need that kind of stress in my life. And as of late, it seems like the developer team or somebody is making some questionable decisions in there, especially like in some of the monetization, how they're like, because it was a Kickstarter game and all this. However, here I think it was yesterday or a few days ago. There's a wipe because they do, I think in 6-month cycles, they'll wipe everything. People start fresh and whatnot. Well, they accidentally did a wipe here the other day on accident, which turned out to blow out players' progress and wipe out their inventories. This is a report from Mike Stubbs with Forbes. A bug in Escape from Tarkov has seemingly wiped all players' inventory items and trader rep, but this is not the official start of a new wipe, and instead just an accident from the development team that they may not be able to fix. They are able to fix it. It's just going to take longer, which they've again gone in and they're going to be compensating players what they're, I think like 100,000 rubles and a bunch of other like in-game things, some rep and stuff like that, which mind you, is going to create an unfair balance for some people. This did not affect everybody. It only affected some of the players. So the players that were affected will be getting these compensations. Obviously, it's towards the end of a season anyway. They're about to be doing a wipe, but I can't imagine they've maxed out the traders, the vendors that are there, and plus the extra money and stuff like that. So people are going to be going nuts. Playing in there. According to Escape from Tarkov's official Twitter page, says as a result of a technical malfunction, there was a loss of part of the game profile's data. It is not possible to restore profiles in a short period of time. All players whose profiles have been affected will receive proportional in-game compensation. We just talked about that in a short period of time. Achievements and in-game stats were not lost due to a technical issue. So again, I don't think it's as dire as they made it, you know, how it kind of comes off. The only instance I can really think of is if you were grinding at the end of the season to try to get something and your shit got wiped. Then I could see somebody being salty about it. I would be done till the next wipe. I'm like, well, never mind, fuck it. I mean, I'm over it at that point. But it's crazy to think, though, just how do you push out something that you know, again, has
it's
such
hard.
a game breaking effect? And again, I don't know what it goes into the back end of these things and whatnot, but to have something like that not only just come out, but why did it come out early? That wasn't even there. I'm guessing maybe testing they were doing, and somebody accidentally pushed it live.
That's what happened.
And that's okay.
I'm assuming that's what happened, dude. Yeah,
they were doing testing. And I don't know if you saw the video I sent you. The guy set his phone on the button called wipe. And that's what, laugh, damn it. No, he was testing something for next season. And somehow he went to go revert and then did a wipe. I don't know how the two are on the same monitor. For him to be able to press, but he really messed up big time.
He was doing it on a MacBook. There you go. That's why. There you go. We figured it out.
Whoa, take it easy.
We figured it out.
Easy.
Max,
Should have been
Max,
using a Linux.
no, yeah. It's like nope. They definitely. he was playing a dangerous game and he lost.
Backup. I'm guessing they probably do have a backup somewhere because it doesn't seem like it's a permanent loss. But again, it being the end of the season as well, huh?
It's been fixed since.
Oh, it's been fixed already.
Told, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, here's the thing, in my opinion. Like, first off, it's like, man, Tarkov just cannot get a break. I mean, I know we've talked about them not that long ago about like, you know, how they changed their ridiculous $200 or $300 microtransaction thing, and then now it's like not even 2 to 3 months later, it's like then it's this. It's just like, you know, for me, that was like this would have been the last strike for me. Like, okay, I'm done. And then let alone 100,000 rubles. I was thinking like that doesn't sound like a lot theoretically in game currency. Then Blue Spear, yeah, and then Blue just confirmed saying that someone who played Tarkov 100k rubles is nothing at this point in the wipe. It's like wow, sorry for the inconvenience. Here, we're going to give you a coupon. Buy one, get the second one half off. Kind of situation.
Hold on. So here's all the things that they got. I'm sorry, I said 100,000. My apologies. 100 million rubles. 50,000 USD. 50,000 euro. All labs key cards, 4 times money case, DSPT, I'm not sure what that is, reserve marked keys, all skills LL45, all traders max.
Wow, okay. That does sound like a lot then. There you go.
That's different. That's a lot.
So Blue Spear,
way more than 100,000. Yeah.
Blue Spear, why don't you confirm or deny if that's a good deal or not? I don't know. I don't play Tarkov.
That's a lot.
With everything I said, that's what they're offering. Oh shit, that's basically end wipe stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically everything. Yeah. So you're just playing with max stuff.
At least at least they're compensating them. They're doing the right thing on compensating the people that got affected by it. You know, because I know Tarkov needs a win, in my opinion, right now, and especially you know with all the with the push with the aggressive microtransactions that they decided to shift when a couple of months ago and stuff. So when I heard this, I was like, man, dude, really? When it rains, it pours. It pours for this game, but hopefully it's I mean, I'm just glad that they were able to people were able to get their stuff back, let alone their accounts. Their accounts. And you said this is near the end of the season. Do you know when the season ends at all, or is
I don't know if they had said an official wipe date. People were thinking it was going to come. I think I saw somewhere on August 8th. Oh, Thursday.
Oh, okay. So it's not that bad.
Would have been August 8th.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Was it? Oh, I see. Okay.
The 19th.
Oh, the 19th. So it hasn't. Okay, so it hasn't happened yet.
Yes.
It's expected that it'll arrive in the 3rd week of the month, starting from the 19th.
Oh, it's a Tarkov meme. Okay, never mind. It's a Tarkov meme. So they probably said, okay, it's going to come out this day, but but something happens and they don't. Okay, I got you. Yes,
I've decided to just stay away from that game because it's too hardcore for my liking.
I've just heard, I've heard it's way too hard, and I suck at FPSs.
I have Marauders, which is basically Tarkov in space.
Yeah.
I haven't played that in a grip though.
That's stressful too.
It's what?
Marauders. It's stressful too.
Oh, it's stressful.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yep. Does it play like Tarkov, or is it just like? Oh, exactly. It's just the space one.
Okay. I mean, not exactly like, but the same concept essentially. Yeah,
big map, and then
just in space. No, it's not a big map. So you're going to like ships and things like that.
So think like what's the game that I used to play?
Yoshi's Island.
God, no.
Star's End.
Mm-mm.
Void Bastards.
Void Bastards, like that.
I knew it.
So like the ships are different every time you land, and like they have different layouts and different looks to them, but they're pretty small. Some are a little larger than others, but you kind of have to pick where you land.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, well that's cool. Wow. Well, unfortunately, with Tarkov, Hunt Showdown is similar kind of too. Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, okay. I've seen some people play that game.
Yeah, Hunt's actually fun. But I thought Hunt was more like the Predator game. Like it was.
That's like PV. See, I always felt like Hunt was like PvPvE.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was.
I mean, I think it is, but like that's like I don't know. Like, is it like an extraction game?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good question.
I don't like extraction games. That's really what I've come down to.
Do not give me a timeline in any game. I'm awful with it. Or you have an hour.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I see the common denominator there. It's a PvPvE. Okay, yeah. And extract. Okay, gotcha. Well, there you
go. Nope, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
They want time frames. I'm not good at that. Everyone Lex. That's the case. My turn.
Your turn.
Well. So there's a new game coming out. I don't know how I feel about FMV games, which they're like the full motion video games, like depending on what you pick, depends on what video you see. So in theory, you could have, different things that you see per playthrough because of the choices that you make, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a game coming out called Hacked the Streamer. They put out an official reveal trailer. You are Pinkie Pie, and you are unraveling the identity. Well, you help
Pinkie Pie, the My Little Pony Pinkie Pie?
Yes.
How are they getting away with that?
Kidding.
I don't know. I have no idea. I read it wrong the first time, and I was like, PewDiePie? Why is PewDiePie in this? What's happening? So you help Pinkie Pie, the streamer, identify a blackmailer and break free? ? Every choice counts. Watch a revealed trailer for Hacked, the streamer, for a peek at the conflict at the heart of this upcoming FMV. Hacked the streamer will be available on... Why did you say that twice? It's heart-pounding chaos of game streamer Pinkie Pie as she confronts a harrowing crisis in Hacked. Her broadcast night takes a chilling turn with unsettling messages from an unknown blackmailer. Can she uncover their identity and escape their grip, or will the night descend into utter catastrophe? I'm not good at these games either, because they also usually have a time frame that you have to make decisions in, and sometimes I'm not a quick decision maker, especially if I'm just chilling, I'm relaxed. But it does look good. It does look good. It does feel like you're watching okay, so we all have the streamers that we watch who are like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, right? They aren't a big name, but you enjoy watching them for one reason or another. That's how it feels. So her audience isn't huge, but it's not small either. Mm-hmm. And so you are kind of taken for this ride as if, from what I can tell, it's almost as if you're an audience member in her stream, and maybe you're moderator, and then things take a turn, and she basically can't go off stream, or else this guy is going to do XYZ. But it looks like sexual blackmail.
Do you remember? Okay, I'm trying to remember what this game reminds me of. Do you remember on the Sega CD? There was a game that was kind of like that, kind of like this. It was like a ghost, not a ghost game. I'm gonna look it up, but no, continue on what you were saying. I'm trying to remember the name of this.
There was another game not too long ago that Markiplier was playing that was kind of similar to this, but I think she get a text message while they're live. I want to say it was a girl, but it was also an FMV type, and it is horrifying. Like, they say chaos ensues, but I want to say this is more into like the thriller horror genre and not just a thriller. Because I'm sorry, if you're live and someone sends you a blackmail of you undressing, that's immediate stress level for me. How did you get that footage? Why does it look like I'm in my own home? Are you here with me? Right? Like, those are the first thoughts that run through my head, because the look on her face wasn't like, oh, I was in a dressing room, this guy recorded me. No, I'm in my own home kind of scenario.
I don't think I'm going to show the video on here because it seems some of these parts. So it seems kind of.
It just shows like from here to here, and it's like she can press play, but you can tell she's unbuttoning her shirt.
I'll put the link in. I'll be fair.
It's not anything inappropriate. I would say PG-13 for a viewer. Now, will the game be that? I don't think so. I think she is going to press play on those videos, and you will see them in time throughout the gameplay. But this speaks to me on a different level. Like, it's one of those, like, I don't send dirty photos even to Adam because God forbid his phone gets hacked. And he's like, oh, haha. And I'm like, no, this stuff happens all the time. Like, to non-important people, let alone like somebody who puts their face out there, whether it's this podcast or my stream, you know what I mean? So I don't trust it. And so for me watching that, I was like, oh no, this is my worst nightmare. Like I have identifying tattoos. I don't know if she does, but
she does not.
Yeah. I don't.
Oh, she has one.
Ooh, maybe.
The game I'm talking about was Night Trap. I don't know if you remember this, maybe because it's during your time.
Yes, Night Trap. Yep, that's exactly what it was.
This reminds me of This reminds me of a modern version of Night Trap. That's what that was because it's just like. Yeah, because it was you're right. It's a full FMV, and then you probably have to do like certain actions and stuff like that. What's cool is that they're using like modern technology, like Discord. It looks like Discord, and they're also using like Streamlabs or
Gamer Girl. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, or something like that.
Saw that one.
No, I don't think I
don't think so.
No,
it was terrifying.
I didn't see that.
Reddit was up in arms about that one. It was getting a lot of hate, but I think because it's hard for some people to put themselves in a perspective like that, especially if that's not your gender. And I get that. You don't know what that's like from the other side of the aisle if that's not something you've ever thought of, been worried about. You know what I mean? But like, think of it in context of what if that's your sister? What if that's your mom? Your best friend, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not getting the vibes of like this to being like controversial. I just think it's just gonna be a weird way of seeing how. This one on the other hand seems like it's a game that seems like it would be kind of cool enough to try. Now, would I pay $60? Hell no, I wouldn't do that. But But if it is it doesn't look half bad. It's like it's bringing back on something that happened that was more common back in the 90s, especially for Sega CD, to kind of show that this is another way of storytelling in the game and stuff using live action. Remember that other one that they just recently, the one about like dating, the dating one?
Yes.
That's like not that long ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. I forgot.
Yeah, there was multiple of them.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 of them. So that was also. Yeah, I mean this is not the vibe I'm getting for that kind of style of game, but it was like they used real people in the real situation and settings. No. No, I can't remember what it was called.
Remember what the name of it is.
Yeah, so like this, but this one looks pretty. But this one actually looks like something that I actually might try. That actually does seem like something that I would actually try.
Well, and the acting doesn't seem forced or unreal or cheesy or cringy. You know what I mean? Like it seems like this is how I would react in that scenario.
Yeah, definitely.
It's crazy.
In the trailer, she says, "I'm going offline," and the blackmailer's like, "No, you're not." How to have those emotions live would be terrifying when you're trying not to let your audience know what's going on at the same time. That's absolutely horrifying. So I'm intrigued. Did you guys remember 6 Feet Under? It's a movie. It's a thriller.
I know that.
Harrison Ford. The way that I felt watching that movie is the way I feel when watching this trailer. And I was like, ooh, okay.
I feel like...
Who's messing with the Zora, please?
I feel like the time I saw this trailer, reminds me of watching that movie, Fern Gully, The Last Lorraine Forest.
I hate that movie.
You hate that movie? Come on.
It scares me. It makes me feel weird on the inside. I don't know. Like
that's funny.
When they're little and they're having a romantic scene, I was like, oh. And then the goo. Ugh.
The goo. Yeah, the goo. Apparently the dude had the driver's license. Apparently the dude had the driver's license because he knew how to drive a like a freaking industrial tractor. So there you go.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, I just thought some of you guys would be interested because I know not everybody's into horror, but thriller.
This game is unfortunately going to come out after. I think if I'm looking at the date right, because it says 6/11/24. So actually, it might be out. It might be out if it's 6/11/24. If not, that means it's 11/6/24. So let me see if
August 9th is what this is saying.
So it's out. It came out already.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, there you go. Give that to Aslan, and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Here's a game for you.
Right.
Like, hey,
your thoughts when you're done.
Yeah, tell me what you think. It's called Doom. Try this. It's like, try this out. I think you may like it. It's like, what are you trying to do to her?
That's like the spooky. Hold on.
Oh wait, there it is. I think I found it. Hacked the simulator. Let's see how much it is. Hack the simulator is nope. It says November 2024.
You're looking at the wrong one. It's Hacked the Streamer.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it. It's
November 2024. Yep.
Yeah, November 2024. So yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely good. Yeah, definitely take a look at that when that comes out. But that's cool. Yeah.
This looks like it will hurt my hands.
Why? You don't think it will hurt your hands.
Yeah, no, you just make decisions with your mouse, or you might have to type, but it looks good. I want it, but the Pinkie Pie name thing you were a little surprised about earlier.
Oh, I thought Pinkie Pie as the character Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony. No, the name can be whatever. Yeah, exactly. Right. I thought it was like Pinkie Pie, like from My Little Pony. And it's like she's like, it's weird.
Even though you said it's FMV, I still thought you were talking about the cartoon character Pinkie Pie.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, when you like tell a person Pinkie Pie, it's automatically My Little Pony. But there you go.
Yeah, that's why I posted the video.
Yeah.
But if you guys don't know what FMV is, it stands for using pre-recorded video files to display actions in the game instead of spirits, vectors, or 3D models. So,
live action. So live action people.
Live action
yeah, live action people but then you control them. But anyways. But nice. Yeah. Okay, well, cool. Well, folks, thank you for listening to episode number 230 of the CFG Game Cast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation, as always. We will be back again next week with a whole new set of different kinds of topics. But if you did miss out on this episode, that is perfectly all right. We do release it on all podcast services each and every week in the beginning of each and every week in the mornings. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on Oz Sex's sexy voices. Guys, be sure to check out our main website, confreaksgeeks.com, and also check out a YouTube video that I just released called "I'm Fat" on YouTube. So definitely check that out. It's a really good video if you want to check that out as well. So guys, once again, this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing out. Y'all take it easy.
Doodles.